Hey everyone, welcome to Sunday 333 Live. Michelle Deck here in Branson, Missouri. This is a wonderful miracle Christmas concert today, starting with this fun great song. I love it, called Go Tell. There were shepherds on the hillside. There were angels in the sky. They said, boys, don't you be afraid. This is the night of your life. There's a baby in a manger that the whole world needs to know. It begins here with you. Here's what you must do. Go tell, go tell, go tell, go tell. 'Cause once you've seen that shining star, you can't keep it to yourself. Go tell it near and far. He is Emmanuel. Oh, you gotta go tell. Go tell it to your sister. Go tell your brother too. Oh, tell it to everybody you meet. Tell them we've got good news. Oh, tell them about that little baby that was born in Bethlehem. Tell him his name is Jesus and he's come to free us. Go tell, go tell, go tell. 'Cause once you've seen that shining star, you can't keep it to yourself. Go tell it near and far. He is Emmanuel. Everybody go tell. Oh. The wise men are gonna shout it, the rich and the poor and the lame. And if they were able, the cows in the stable would praise his holy name. With what you've seen, that shining star, you can't keep it to yourself. Go tell it near and far. He is Emmanuel. Go tell, go tell, go tell, go tell. Oh, you gotta go tell. Oh, let's go tell it on the mountain. Go tell. Go tell it in the valley. Go tell. Go tell it on the rooftops. You got to go tell. You gotta go tell. Oh, yeah. Go tell it on your cell phone. Oh, yeah. Gotta go tell. All right. Woo! Merry Christmas. Thank you for joining us. Now, this Sunday is almost live. We are having to record it the night before because at the time this will broadcast, will upload, we're going to be doing a music video shoot, but it's a secret. Hopefully we'll be able to have that edited and up for Christmas. But until then, this is our Christmas present to you. Merry Christmas. I'm going to share with you today 6 of my all-time favorite Christmas songs to sing. I call it Miracle Christmas because it celebrates the true meaning of the season. And we are so thrilled to have you with us, whether you're watching it the day that it posts or, 5-10 years from now, who knows? We're so thrilled to have you with us. God bless you. Okay, this next song, I'm going to grab a mic stand here. Oh, it's most of these songs, well, there'll be at least two that you probably know, but the rest of them you probably may not know that we're going to be sharing today. This one is a song that I first learned in a Christmas musical that I sang as a child, or at least a very, very young teenager. And when I ran across a track of it years after that, I knew I had to grab it because those words are so powerful. And that's been many years ago, and I'm still enjoying singing it. Hope you enjoy the very, very special message, Ordinary Baby. He was just an ordinary baby. That's the way he planned it, maybe. Anything but common would have kept him apart from the children that he came to rescue, limited to some elite few. When he was the only child who ever asked to be born, and he came to us with eyes wide open, knowing how we're hurt and broken, willing to partake of all our joy and pain. He was just an ordinary baby. That's the way he planned it, maybe, so that we would come to him and not be afraid. Now he was ordinary with exception, a miraculous conception, both his birth and his death he had planned from the start. But between his entrance and his exit was a life that has affected everyone who's ever walked the earth to this day. And with no air of condescension, he became God's pure extension, giving you and me the chance to be remade. He was just an ordinary baby, but that's the way he planned it, maybe, so that we would come to him, just so we would come to him and not be afraid. Ordinary Baby, yes indeed. Do love that song. Well, I'm excited to share with you this next song was written by our dear friends, our songwriting mentor in Texas, Mary Dawson. I shared her Christmas Time in Texas several weeks ago back in November, her fun country Christmas song. And I do love this wonderful song, Unspeakable Gift. Newborn baby, cattle stall, Lord of heaven, Lord of all, little feet and little hands, yet worlds move at his command, child of glory, God's own sacrifice for sin, found no room there at the inn, yet he found a way to be in our hearts eternally, God's love story, unspeakable gift when strength stepped into weakness, majesty or meekness, the timeless entered time and space, unspeakable gift, a helpless babe in human eyes, royalty unrecognized, God's perfect law fulfilled by grace, unspeakable gift. Born a poplar, yet sought by kings, this tiny maker of all things, mother sings a lullaby, and host of angels fill the sky with splendor. Will the shepherds leave their flocks and run to find Mary's little son? God the shepherd's fragile lamb is the infinite I am, forever unspeakable gift when strength stepped into weakness and majesty or meekness, the timeless entered time and space, unspeakable gift, just a helpless babe in human eyes, royalty unrecognized, God's perfect law fulfilled by grace, unspeakable gift, what mortal words could not express. God gave to us his word made flesh, when strength stepped into weakness and majesty wore meekness, the timeless entered time and space, unspeakable gift, just a helpless babe in human eyes, yet he was royalty unrecognized, God's perfect law fulfilled by grace, unspeakable unspeakable gift. Yes, Unspeakable Gift. Ah, what an amazing, amazing story is in that song. Thank you, our dear, wonderful friend Mary, our songwriting mentor in Texas, for that wonderful, wonderful song. We recorded it on our very first Christmas album back in '95, and it's on our Incarnation Christmas CD that we love sharing even today. Let me get a quick drink of water. We'll be right back with another awesome song. Hope you guys have been having a great December so far. Christmas time is full swing here in Branson. All the Christmas shows officially start November 1st, so you'll hear us doing Christmas music for 2 full months, which is perfectly fine with me. We do love Christmas around here. And one of the songs that has become a modern Christmas classic, you'll see it on TV, in shows everywhere, but it doesn't ever lose its very special meaning. It was written by, amazingly, a man who's known as a comic, a Christian comedian by the name of Mark Lowry. I think it's very poignant that somebody who's known as a comedian, who thinks of funny twists of words, came up with this incredibly poignant, meaningful, deep lyric that has now become a modern Christmas classic. Everywhere I go, when I get ready to do Christmas songs, this is probably one of the most requested, and so many people say, oh, that's my favorite Christmas song of all time. So I hope you do enjoy as well. Mary, did you know? Mary, did you know that your baby boy would one day walk on water? Mary, did you know that your baby boy would save our sons and daughters? Did you know that your baby boy had come to make you new? And this child that you've delivered, he will soon deliver you. Mary, did you know that your baby boy will give sight to a blind man? Mary, did you know that your baby boy will calm the storm with his hand? Did you know that your baby boy has walked where angels trod? And when you kiss your little baby, you have kissed the face of God. Oh, Mary, did you know? Oh, Mary, did you know? The blind will see, the deaf will hear, the dead will live again. The lame will leap, the dumb will speak, the praises of the Lamb. Oh, Mary, did you know that your baby boy is Lord of all creation? Mary, did you know that your baby boy would one day rule the nations? Did you know that your baby boy is heaven's perfect lamb? And this sleeping child you're holding is the great Oh, Mary, Did You Know by Mark Lowry. Oh, what an amazing, amazing song. Well, here we are, December 13th, and we have finished our Christmas contest, our 40 Days of Christmas. We had a wonderful time bringing it to you, and I hope you all had a great time being part of it as well. Well, I wanted to congratulate our winners today. We had at least 5 participate that I know of as far as seeing comments, and we had 3 winners, so I'm so excited. So our third place finisher with 7 points, earning his own custom-made Galaxy pants, is Tom Lovato, our dear friend and wonderful singer-songwriter himself. Tom Lovato, congratulations, and thank you so much for being part of our contest. Then we had 2 ladies that were just neck and neck, and I hope I got everybody's points calculated correctly, but from everything I can see, this is how it turned out. Kathy Helsey, I believe I'm saying your name right, dear one. Sorry if I'm not. She finished with 13 points. That's awesome. So she gets her Galaxy pants, matching top, and a signed copy of my Christmas Incarnation CD. So we will be getting that very quickly to you. We'll be talking to you later on about how to get your measurements and get that all ready so we can get those custom-made pants ready for you and the top as well. But I'm so excited. Our grand prize winner, I think, is very, very fitting. This dear lady has been with us in just about every concert we have done since we have been in Branson. We started doing our coffee shop and restaurant concerts and other shows and various places. We'd pop up all over town, and this dear lady was there for everyone. She is so precious to us. Megan Springer is our grand prize winner. So in addition to the pants, the top, the CD, she also gets that beautiful steel wall hanging from Redline Steel, the beautiful love heart. So that'll be very special, and I hope you enjoy that for years and years and years to come. It's steel. It's indestructible practically, unless you throw it in the fire, I'd imagine. And I hope you enjoy that. So thanks again to our dear, dear ones that participated in our first 40 Days of Christmas contest. Who knows what we'll come up with next year? We're always cooking up something. You know us. So today, again, is our last Christmas concert, and we are taking a break for a little while. I wanted to let you, our dear friends, know a little bit about our plans. They're still in the planning stages. That's what plans do. But we'll be taking a break till after the first of the year. We are currently building a house, and we're so excited about that. Appreciate your prayers that all goes well. Don't know when exactly in the spring we'll be moving in, but when we do, we will have our own studio. We'll be able to do a set and have some wonderful, multiple cameras and a whole lot more great things. We've got some really exciting things in the works that we will keep secret until then. It may be a few months. I just want you to know before we come back on the air with you and tell you about what's going on. In the meantime, we may be posting music videos, lyric videos, who knows. We'll be popping in to do lives once in a while just to say hi and stay in touch. But as far as our regular shows, they will not resume until spring when we are in our house and we can come to you live from our brand new studio. How exciting is that? We literally are chomping at the bit. Cannot wait. So that's exciting. So again, thank you for being with us during all of 2020. This crazy year, we started our live shows on Facebook in May. And we did those for several months, took a little break in the summer in August, and came back in and then transitioned to YouTube in October. And thanks so much for those that have been tuning in every week and watching the replays faithfully and sharing them. We've had so many wonderful extra views on especially our Christmas live shows the last 6 weeks that we've ever had before. So it's exciting to see our channel growing. We have more subscribers, more friends finding us than ever before. And that's just so encouraging. That's what we're all about. Well, we are here at Christmas, and I wanted to share a story. This has been quite a year, hasn't it? Whew, don't get us started on that, right? And I realize so many people may just not be feeling the holiday spirit. They're discouraged, they're struggling in so many different ways. We have several friends that have really, really been going through a tough time. We're praying for them, helping them all we can. But some people may just not really be in a Christmas spirit, may not get it. What is so special about Christmas? My goodness, there's no money for gifts. There's nothing to celebrate. This year has been awful. I don't get it. What is good about Christmas? Well, I know a story, heard a story long ago that is about a man who had that kind of thought. He was a farmer. This was probably in the Victorian period or the turn of the century, turn of the 20th century. Um, his wife and children went to Christmas Eve service. There was snow on the ground, but it was beautiful. It was a peaceful night. He stayed home. He just had no interest whatsoever in church or Christmas or anything of that nature. He just go ahead. His name wasn't Scrooge, but it might have possibly could have been same type of mentality. Well, his wife and children went off to the Christmas Eve service, and he stayed home. He was reading a book, just enjoying the peace and quiet, which he seldom got. And their house was well built. It was a beautiful farmhouse, not huge, but it had a beautiful plate glass window in the front that was just their pride and joy. It was very rare to have a large, solid pane of glass, and it was so beautiful and so perfect. You could see through it forever and just didn't look like anything was there. So that was just one of their favorite features of the house. And he was sitting there by the fire, looking out the window at the snow. And all of a sudden, he heard this thump. What? He couldn't figure out what was going on. Then he heard it again. Thump. Something was hitting the window loudly, hard. Thump. It came again. He gets up and he looks out and he can see through the window on the ground is lying birds that ran into the plate glass, and they're dying. They're injured. They're dying. There's no hope. They hit so hard. They thought the glass window was clear and they were going right through it. And that's never happened before. What's going on? So he got on his coat and he went outside. And he realized the temperature was dropping so fast. A front had begun coming in. The wind was starting to pick up, and these birds were trying to get out of the weather as fast as they could. And they saw light and fire, and what they thought looked was a clear path to a warm place. And they were running smack into that glass window and falling to their deaths. And he was panicking. This is terrible. What can I do? He ran to the barn. He thought, okay, I'll give him a different place to go. He threw the barn doors open and put the lights on. And he was out there waving his arms and calling to the birds and trying to shoo them in the barn where it would be warm and safe. But he was large. He was this crazy man waving his arms. They didn't understand him. He looked like a threat. He looked like a predator to them. And they just stayed away from him. And they kept running punk into the plate glass window, thunk, over and over again. And he tried everything he could think of to try and steer some of the birds into the barn, but there was just no getting through to them. He had no idea what to do. And he finally put his hands on his head and he fell down onto his knees in the snow. And he cried out, oh, if I could just find some way to become a bird, then I could show them the way in and they wouldn't be dying. I know that looks like a good way to go, but they're dying. It's safe in here. And at that very moment, the church bell started to chime for the Christmas Eve service. And the most amazing epiphany came over his mind and his heart, and he realized that's what his wife and his mother, his friends had been trying to tell him for so long, the reason for Christmas. That people were finding their own way, thinking it looked right, but only going to their death, only going to destruction. And God tried to direct them for years, tried to call them to himself, but the only way was to become one of us, Emmanuel, God with us. So Jesus became perfect little ordinary baby, grew up to show us what God the Father is like, to show us the Father's love, and gave his sacrifice so that he could provide a way into a safe haven and be with him forever. That's the true meaning of Christmas. I hope you enjoyed that story and remember it and share it with someone. It's one of the best illustrations I can think of. And these next two songs are probably our absolute favorites. This next song is a classic, and Bill tells us it's his absolute favorite song that I sing any time of year, of any song that I've ever done. And that includes some of our new ones and some of our originals. This is still his absolute favorite song that we do. I know you'll recognize it, and hey, why not sing along? But oh, it celebrates that amazing, wonderful, wonderful night. Worthy of bells ringing, worthy of angels singing, worthy of remembering 365 days a year. That very, very special, oh, holy night. When blossoms flowered amid the snows, upon that winter's night was born the child, the Christmas rose, the King of love and light. The angels sang the shepherd's song, the grateful land rejoiced. And at his blessed birth the stars in exaltation voiced. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him. Christ the Oh, holy night, the stars are brightly shining. It is the night of our dear Savior's birth. Long lay the world in sin and error pining, till he appeared and the soul felt its worth. A thrill of hope, and the weary world rejoices, for yonder breaks a new and glorious morn. Fall on your knees, oh, hear the angel voices, oh, night divine, oh, night when Christ was born. Oh, night divine, oh, night divine. Fall on your knees, oh, hear the angel Oh, holy night. What a night it was. What a night it was. Hope you enjoyed that very special arrangement. Dearly, dearly love that song. Well, now as our final song for the season, our gift to you, I want to share with you the very first song that Bill and I had produced, one that we wrote together, Labor of Christmas Love. It's set in 3 scenes. We actually adapted it to be a Christmas production several years ago. That was a lot of fun. But it simply talks about the best gifts of all this season are not the things you buy, the things you give that might just sit on a shelf and gather dust, but the things that come from the heart, that you put your thought, your effort, your work, your love into. That is a true labor of Christmas love. Thanks again for being part of our season. Hope you enjoy this original song, Labor of Christmas Love. The sweet smell of cookies fills every room. The kitchen is quite a sight. The canvas of goodies everywhere you look. The silver-haired artist beams with pride just to see the joy in the children's eyes. She can never bake enough. Now her smiles disguise the pain in her hands. It's a labor of Christmas love. In weeks of sack lunches, no dinner out, and overtime here and there. But now a surprise awaits their little girl's eyes. The miniature house they built with care. Daddy paints the door, Mom hangs the lights. It's her smile they're dreaming of. And all the late nights they'll never mind. It's a labor of Christmas love. Christmas love is more than buying a gift to gather dust upon a shelf. It's giving all that you have and all that you are for the joy of someone else. The joy of someone else. Fragrant hay, her only bed. The cattle, her only friends. The virgin holds her husband's hand as her birthing pains begin. Despite all the whispers and open scorn, she said his will be done. Now God's gift of life and Mary's sacrifice, it's a labor of Christmas love. Christmas love began with God's perfect gift, Jesus Emmanuel. He gave all that he has and all that he is to restore us to himself. Now her smiles disguise the pain in her hands, and all the late nights they'll never mind. God's gift of life and Mary's sacrifice, it's a labor of Christmas love. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light. From now on, our troubles will be out of sight. And have yourself a merry little Christmas now. Thank you so much. God bless you. Thanks for being part of our Michelle Deck Music Artist family in 2020. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. God bless you so much, and we will see you in 2021. Thanks so much. Mwah. Love you so much. God bless you. Bye-bye.